You're the video guy. Don't worry.
So, when did you start all of this? Because I mean, you're at a pretty pinnacle point where most people don't get to without putting in a shitload of work. So, like, where did all that come from and start?
About 30 years. 30 years of work. Nah, I mean, I'm in my mid-30s. I've always messed with it. Had a couple pretty big opportunities, like late teens, but then I started going to jail. So that kind of slowed me down about 5-6 years. Then I came home, started having kids, so I was still messing with it. But I really didn't start doing it professionally until I was like 29, 30.
What were the big opportunities, like getting pulled onto other people's tracks?
Well, the first one was like opening for the Fugees, and that was right before they skyrocketed. So we got in there, we got cool with their DJ, we started like hanging out at their spot. Then I got locked up. I come home on a home pass and like go to Wyclef's house. So that was like pretty big.
That was, and you were in prison from, you said, for about 5 years, from 2005 to like 2010-ish?
No, before
Wiki's
that.
wrong.
Before that? Is it wrong?
Wiki's out of pocket right now.
Wiki's out of pocket.
I got locked up in 95. I was basically locked up on and off from 95 to 02.
To 02? So it's been, you have 13 years under you that you've been, well, you don't only just sing hip hop, you produce too, don't you, or something?
Yeah, I've done tracks. I've had tracks on ESPN. You know, Disney cut us a check for.
That's Philadelphia.
Sound of Philadelphia. Right? He did do his homework. You can call me Jay.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
It's all from the wiki page.
Yeah.
He's right now.
He's looking at the wiki page.
I am right now.
Listen, but I'm telling you, it is.
He's like, so then you went to Army of the Pharaohs Jedi Mind Training.
Yes. I looked at the same wiki page, and I can tell you that's on there.
Yeah, it is. Nice. I'm looking at it right now. The Philadelphia
But
I'm
glad
I'm not going to give you shit for doing your research and bringing this to the table.
Doesn't matter where you get it.
No, I said I still
take the lead.
Yeah.
I'll kick back over here. Go on. What's next?
Is it under Army of the Pharaohs? Is that it?
They redirect. My joint gets redirected. There's like 2 of them. I check it out now and then. I think I got to pay some wiki dude like $200 or something to like get rid of that and just have my joint, but it's not really that serious right now. It's something, you know, I'd like to have established at some point, but it's not changing my touring schedule or people buying verses or people buying the album. So it's on the list, but you know, it's a real long list, you know, so I'm not super stressing it. Plus the fact that, like you said, anybody can go on there and say anything.
That's the bad thing.
Now it will get corrected at some point, but until then,
they gotta
until
stop that,
then
because
it'll sit there.
You can be anybody that just doesn't just likes you, and be like, oh, he was caught doing this, and you don't check it all the time, so you wouldn't see it until somebody looks at it and was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
It's bad.
There's a ton of information on here, though.
Yeah.
I didn't think to look for a wiki page for him.
But that's why it's not a reputable source of information.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you writing a paper for college or something, like you can't use it, or you're not supposed to. At least from people I've dealt with.
Yeah.
It's not a reliable source of information. It's not like getting something from the library.
Yeah.
You know, they make it like it's like that, and I check out people on Wiki. You can, certain things you'll get there. Usually they don't lie about the birth dates and where they're from and stuff like that. But after that, who knows?
Well, yeah, because they even reference on the bottom, and it says we took it from this, and it's like, yeah, but you're referencing it some like a fan site of somebody. That doesn't mean shit.
No, exactly.
But you can still get a broad
That's the
overview.
reason I'm not like super excited. I've had it. They did that years ago. You know what I mean? When I started doing my mixtapes and doing Army of the Pharaohs stuff. So it's cool, but it's not what you think. Now, if they put me in a dictionary or something, know what I mean? Or encyclopedia, then, you know what I mean? That's a little bit deeper.
Going to your mixtapes, how did you get the word out? I mean, about yourself. Was it just word of mouth and doing like generalized, localized mixtape handouts, things like that? I mean, how did you network to get to the point where you were with the Fugees?
Well, the Fugees, now this is back in the 90s. That was actually a contest. They were coming out to Easton, and my man A1, who actually helped me do the skits on the album, we had a group back then, us and the dude Cap C that be DJing out here.
Yeah.
He was in the group too. And so A1 won this contest and we got to open. And then, Cap C and A1 got real cool with them. And, I got locked up, but they kept in touch with them and we just kept rocking, But initially that was just like from a contest. That's that's before the internet.
Yeah.
And then
that's crazy.
My first mixtape didn't come out till 2008, so we're talking about 10 to 12 year
decade.
Yeah,
decade.
So with that, I was going hard on like MySpace.
Yeah, of course.
Right before Facebook, and then there's the transition, because MySpace was more orientated towards music.
It was. Right. It was huge, and a lot of musicians were a little pissed then when it moved towards Facebook because it's not geared. It's
music,
not nearly, not even like a fraction as artist friendly as.
Right.
They tried to save it. Justin Timberlake dumped like a shitload of money into it, and it's supposed to be just for musicians now, and that's what but nobody just takes it seriously.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I go on there for Throwback Thursday. I go on there. I'm like, let me get some.